I've said this before, but I'm not the anime expert here at Nerdgenic. That's actually Ash's area of expertise. But when superheroes and comic book characters cross over into the realm of anime, I have to step in. What's up, Nerdgenic Nation? Superhero nerd Aaron Waller here, and today I want to talk about the DC animated film Catwoman Hunted. This new animated movie follows Catwoman in an attempt to steal a priceless jewel which puts her squarely in the crosshairs of both a powerful barrage of villains, Interpol and Batwoman. But what makes this movie special is that it's done completely in the style of an anime rather than the traditional Western animation that DC has used for quite some time. And that's actually where I want to start with talking about this movie, is with the animation. I really enjoyed seeing a fresh perspective on characters I'm familiar with, and I think that it added some variety into the mix of what we have come to expect from DC animated films. They also adopt a bit of a Cowboy Bebop style infusion of jazz throughout the movie, which is interesting, but for the most part just kind of a knockoff. But it's really when this movie leans into that anime style a couple of times that I really enjoyed this movie the most. Obviously the anime influence is throughout the film, but when they really go for it and there's giant monsters and other stereotypical reactions and things that happen, I found it to be the absolute most entertaining. But really, other than feeling like a gimmick at the end of the day, there isn't much of a substance to this film other than the animation style. The plot is rather confusing and doesn't really feel like it goes anywhere. Catwoman wants to steal an emerald to get some people out of trouble and away from whatever bad situation they're in, but doesn't go much beyond that. And then she's also bouncing around Europe with Batwoman on her tail and also working with her for a good chunk of the movie. Also, sorry to anyone who is hoping to see Batman or any other members of the Bat family, it doesn't happen in this movie. But they did decide to add a variety of other DC characters and villains, including Black Mask, Solomon Grundy, the League of Shadows, and others, but they don't really seem connected for any other reason to cause more trouble for Catwoman to have to get out of and then having to get the emerald. Don't get me wrong, Catwoman is a great character, but when paired up with a bunch of characters outside of Batman himself, she isn't really that interesting and is primarily just a cat burglar, so putting her in these over-the-top situations felt very disingenuous. If they did utilize this animation style again, which honestly I hope they do at some point, if they're able to do so with another DC property like Wonder Woman or literally any Justice League member, I feel like it would make a lot more sense and be way more worth the price of purchasing it to view it. But for me, this movie was all style and no substance, and that's why I'm going to give Catwoman Hunted a 4 out of 10. It just never felt like I was really engaged with this movie. The story and character selection never really felt like it was justified fitting together, and unless you absolutely need to see this movie, go ahead and skip this one and wait for it to hit HBO Max in about 3 months or so. So those are my thoughts on the DC animated film Catwoman Hunted, and now I want to hear from you in the Nerdgenic community. Have you seen Catwoman Hunted? What did you think, and do you feel like the style was really necessary for the story of this caliber? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And while you're down there, be sure to hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell notification so you don't miss out on any future videos, and also give us a like and follow on Instagram at Nerdgenic so you don't miss out on any awesome news, announcements, or articles at nerdgenic.com. But in the meantime, if you want even more video content from us, check out these videos on screen, like this video where I review the Amazon Prime original show Reacher, which just recently got greenlit for a season 2 only 3 days after its release, so go ahead and check out my review right here, or check out this playlist in my weekly History of series where I give the comic book history of various heroes and villains, and a new episode comes out every single Saturday. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it, and we hope to see you in the next video.